Sup, gang? Sup, YouTube gang? What up? What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? This is Luke the Big Dog Williams. I'm Caleb Black, along with our in-studio producer, the Mighty Mags Fury, and is the July 11th edition of Pro Wrestling Throwdown. Luke, how's your Sunday?
Doing pretty good. It's not Monday. We're actually going on Sunday this week, so we're ahead of schedule, I think. We're only a few minutes behind, but we've got our Twitch stream up there. That's right.
We're up and moving.
YouTube here. Chat is open officially, so anytime anybody wants to say anything, be sure to join the
please do
on the side.
Please do. For both, we've got the chat open in the YouTube and the chat open as well for Twitch. So,
yes.
How was your weekend?
It was good. It was long, busy, but all in all, we're here. And it's Sunday, which means it's Pro Wrestling Throwdown Day, which means Wrestling Day.
Wrestling Day. Max, how are you this Sunday?
I'm here and it's Wrestling Day.
That's fair. How was your weekend?
I'm here and it's Wrestling Day.
What a chatterbox you are today.
He really is.
I'll tell you what. I'm distracted by a fidget spinner.
Just the driving force behind this.
I hear a lot about his driving force.
Boy, I look fat today. That's okay, though. I don't really care. If you're watching this show,
next to me long enough.
You're watching this show. You already know we're fat. Like it didn't come as a fucking surprise.
Yeah, it's not a real big surprise.
So, let's get into some of the news here. Actually, we're going to lay down some of the format for you guys. Let you know what we got going on today, and let you know what we got going on next week. So, today we're going to do the news. We're going to do the birthday segments. We're going to do a couple of topical talking points, whatever, and we're going to conclude our Intercontinental Championship tournament. Next week will be our point recap for the whole season up to this point, since we haven't done that. Hold on one second. Troubles are going live. Where was I?
Next week will also be Money in the Bank. It will be the day of Money in the Bank.
Yes. So we will do our total point recap, let you guys know where we're at with all the points for the season so far, because we haven't done an update. And we'll also do the picks for Money in the Bank.
Yes.
Leading into SummerSlam. We're going to do some interactive stuff next week. I think we're going to play another game. If I can come up with a funny one, because Point in the Box was very funny, but I want to save that one again. I don't want that to be the only game we play.
Right.
So that being said, make sure to follow us on Twitter at Pro Wrestling TD. Make sure you like and subscribe here on the YouTube page. Follow us on Twitch at Pro Wrestling Throwdown. Follow us on Facebook at Pro Wrestling Throwdown. Send us an email at prowrestlingthrowdown@gmail.com. If you're still old school, you can send him a letter. His address is almost gone.
No more fan mail, please.
except for the tasteful nudes. But Larry, you have to stop sending.
Yes, please. It's getting scary.
I'm gonna take a drink of the old water here. I am not drinking as I was last week because, buddy.
Also today, during the Intercontinental title finale, I'm not going to tell him. I'm just going to say that the finale of the final two participants in the tournament will be settled a different way.
That's right. We're going to sword fight.
Yes.
With our penises.
Maybe.
We can't do that live.
What if they subscribe to our Patreon? Do we have a Patreon?
Maybe we need a Patreon. Or
we need a Patreon to sword fight with our penises? Are we going to get canceled on YouTube for saying? I doubt it.
I hope
penises.
Not. Can you say penis?
I mean, it's the name of it.
I mean, it is the correct term for the appendage.
Would they prefer me to call it the White Mamba?
Penis, vagina.
Stop it.
And this show is already off the rails.
Yep.
So let's talk about whole lot went down this week. Whole lot went happen down there at that wrestling show.
Down there
with them boys. Okay. Jesus Christ, this show's never getting off the ground.
No, it's not. It's never gonna happen for you.
A lot. You don't know my truth. A lot went on this week in the world of professional wrestling and last week to catch us up to date. But a couple of big pointaways. Number one, Bayley is out of the Money in the Bank ladder match, and she will be on the shelf for 9 months.
Yeah, which is really a disappointment for me because, in my opinion, Bayley was the odds-on favorite to win Money in the Bank this year. She is the top heel in the female division.
Mm-hmm.
On SmackDown, it is a big, big loss for the roster.
Yeah. And the injury happened during training. So they say at the Performance Center, everybody was doing some mandatory training mandated by one Vincent Kennedy McMahon. And device. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, that's good.
Mandated training, and she sustained some sort of injury. The WWE hasn't been as transparent about what type of injury it was, but we know it's going to put her on the shelf for about 9 months.
Yes.
Which means that if we don't get a resolution as to who the 2 final participants are this week on SmackDown, we're going to have a surprise entrant next week.
Yes.
Which my money, since we this is the week to speculate because we'll know if it's going to be a surprise or not by next week. But my money is that they're going to pull the trigger and bring Becky Lynch back before SummerSlam and make her the surprise entrant and put the Money in the Bank briefcase in her hands.
It wouldn't surprise me much. It's probably, honestly, when it comes to the women's division in the WWE, that is probably your best bankable thing to do. It would carry over well.
Or we saw Zelina Vega come back following her release. Maybe it's a previously released superstar.
Could be.
Returning.
Could be.
Maybe a Ruby Riott of some sort.
I would.
She's getting ready to. She just got to deal with Impact. She's going to be the surprise opponent for Deonna Purrazzo at Slammiversary,
which will also be epic.
It's going to be so good. That may actually be the best women's technical wrestling match in a very, very long time.
I agree.
First of all, stop calling women's matches. Just a damn good technical wrestling match between 2 competitors.
For sure.
So that being said, we saw another debut this week in AEW.
Yes.
Malachi Black, formerly Aleister Black, formerly Tommy End, made his AEW debut. And of course, in a very surprising and completely unexpected fashion, that is just mountains above general booking consensus. They had a very original idea where they turned the lights out, the lights came back on, and he attacked Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
They've never done that before, ever, in the history of AEW. It's never been done.
I've got to give the style points for the light going out because they had done it previously in the night.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, you know.
And I'll tell you who really sold that was Jim Ross when he was like, we are experiencing a tropical storm here in Florida, which is legit. He's like, we've got some rolling power outages. We're going to keep powering through the broadcast. So they did that very well.
Yeah, it was unlike the whole Sabu where just the lights go out. And anytime lights go out in professional wrestling, there's someone in the ring. There's going to be somebody else in the ring. And with the rolling blackout and the acknowledgement of the storms that have been taking place, it was kind of a way to put a fresh spin on an old idea.
Yeah, it was very smart, very well done. I am excited to see Aleister Black. We speculated that he'd be joining them after Andrade made his debut. So I'm not surprised at all. So now we've got Andrade El Idolo and Malachi Black. But Zelina Vega returns to the WWE and Charlotte's still there too. So interesting little dichotomy.
I think that the best part of the biggest swerve for Aleister Black was the fact that Zelina signed back with WWE.
Yeah.
And when that happened, you know, the internet was like, well, then he's going to sign back with the WWE. And there's no way to get around that. They keep couples together and everything. When he showed up in AEW, I popped huge.
Yeah. Oh, so did I. Again, we were expecting it. It's not like it came out.
And now you've got the idea of possibility having Andrade and Aleister rekindle something that they had in NXT, which was magic the first time.
Agreed.
On a bigger scale with a little bit more leanway on what they can do.
Creative freedom.
Yeah.
Real quick, let's do a tally. How many couples where one member's in the WWE and one member's in AEW?
Right at the moment?
So there's Adam Cole in NXT, whose wife
is Britt Baker.
Fiance now, Dr. Britt Baker. She's in AEW. So there's one.
Yes.
Sean Spears. Peyton Royce was released.
Yeah, Peyton Royce was released.
So never mind that. Well, Andrade and Aleister, or Malachi, we have to call them. Andrade and Malachi, they're both in AEW. Charlotte and Zelina Vega, respectively, are in the WWE.
Yes.
That's 3.
I mean, I would have said Lana, but she was also released. Yeah. So.
Bailey and her former fiance split up. Her fiance was wrestling for AEW.
Yeah.
So maybe not as many couples as there were, but remember, like last year there were a ton of households getting their bills paid.
Zack Ryder and Chelsea Green at one point was the same way.
Green, Moxley and his wife
Renee. Yes.
Yeah, how about that?
Congratulations to John Moxley over the birth of their baby girl.
Oh, yes. Yeah, congratulations. All the wrestling babies are getting born.
Yeah.
The Rollins Lynch baby's born. The Cody
kind of makes you wonder the conception of all these at the same time is kind of strange.
Yeah. All of a sudden, wrestlers weren't on live TV for a month.
Yeah, right?
What were they doing with all that?
They were all stuck in those hotel rooms.
We'll never know.
Yeah.
Rolling blackouts. My Aunt Sally. So fans jumped all over Jim Ross for closing out an AEW broadcast last week where at the very end he said, "Thank you for tuning in for another WWE Dynamite."
Right.
And of course, all of these fucking neckbeard fans jumped all over him. Oh, he's too old. He should retire. He can't be making flubs like that. That's bad. Shut up.
It happens.
Shut
people.
up. Jim Ross has pissed out of himself after a night of drinking Moscow Mules more about the wrestling business than any of you will ever know. That's just my take.
Well, here's the deal. When it comes to the fans jumping on Jim Ross, y'all can't go to the first show on the road of AEW and not jump a guardrail and make a complete idiot out of yourself. Yet you want to talk about somebody that had a slip on the microphone.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real here. These wrestling fans that do this make the wrestling fans that are smart to the business and the wrestling fans that actually enjoy the business
Max,
look bad by comparison.
Would you look up how old Jim Ross is real quick while we're disseminating over here? I want to say I think I know, but
it moved on you. The idea that someone's saying Jim Ross because he said WWE.
Yeah, after having worked
AEW
there
broadcast
for almost 3 full decades.
But if you want to jump on him, why don't you jump on the fact that neither of the three commentators, when Malachi Black come out, could get his fucking name right.
Yeah, well, they did reference that he was originally called Tommy End, and then corrected with because what was it? Well, Jim Ross there too was like Tommy End or whatever it is he'll be called here. And then that's when...
but the first thing that was said was from Excalibur, and he's like, who is this?
Yeah.
You know, who's this guy?
Oh.
And then not 3 sentences later was like, well, I wrestled Tommy End in Germany. And we had good...
Years ago, yeah.
Just stop.
No one cares that you're a wrestler for 18 fucking minutes.
Good old JR.
What do you got?
69 back in Germany.
Okay, so he's almost 70 years old. Is still, pound for pound, the best commentator in the business.
It's the Kit Kat mentality, and that's give the man a break.
Yeah, you're damn right.
For real.
That's very well done.
Seriously,
well
for real.
Yeah.
Jim Ross has called some of the greatest professional wrestling matches and moments in the history of professional wrestling. He can slip up a time or two,
and he's going
human.
to. Again, he wrestled there for. There were times when I worked at when I worked for, there was a furniture store I worked for, but previously I'd worked for an appliance store.
Uh-huh.
So I would still take calls and start it off by saying the name of the appliance store just because it was habit.
It happens.
And this guy's, again, done this for 30 years on the biggest level of all. You're not happy with Jim Ross, mute it, watch something else.
Well, not only that, but Jim Ross also went on Twitter afterwards, after the slip, and was like, yes, I said the wrong thing. No, I'm not retiring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's heard it all. They said the same thing when he had his first Bell's palsy thing, where the side of his face drooped and he had to be off TV, and they were like, maybe it's time for you to hang it up.
Yep.
Mind you, this was in 1997.
Yep.
97, that's before the oh my God, he killed him, or Stone Cold. Give the man a break.
Yeah.
Roughly the same time, because
Stone Cold Steve Austin didn't win the title until 1998.
I thought that was St. Valentine's Day Massacre of 97.
No, 98.
Okay.
Look it up, producer.
It's 98.
We'll sit here and banter. Look it up.
97.
I love when we have these little debates where we
Stone Cold
each other.
Steve Austin didn't win the world title until WrestleMania 14, which took place in March of 1998.
That's true.
Therefore, the Stone Cold could not have taken place anywhere before 1998.
Unless he was just starting to get over with it.
Because in 1997, he was tag team champions with Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels' tag team partner. Remember that.
And Dude Love.
Do love.
But anyway, give the man a fucking break. For real.
And speaking about that, that Mark who jumped the guardrail, it was handled quickly by security. The guy gets on Twitter and, of course, tweets Jim Cornette and Brian Last. And we're like, look what I did for all the real wrestling fans. And up immediately, Brian Last is like, yeah, real wrestling fans don't do that.
Yeah.
You're done fucking talking to us, and blocked him on Twitter. And then members of the wrestling community, with the exception of one who we'll get into here in a minute, basically jumped all over this guy and was like, Jim Cornette would beat the shit out of you.
You wouldn't have made it to the ring.
Yeah, Jim Cornette would have never condoned this. And of course, Jim responds and is like, yeah, you fucking idiot. I'd have shoved my tennis racket up your ass.
Yeah.
If I wanted to. But that's not my problem so much, because obviously everyone, even Chris Jericho, was like, he would have split your head open with that tennis racket.
You'd have never made it in the ring.
But then, of course, Kenny Omega has to open his mouth and be like, isn't it time to admit that your online persona needs to be dialed down a little bit when fans are trying to enact violence? Number one, idiot. That's occasionally a good thing to get, is heat. You would know that if you ever got any. Number two, it's not an online persona. Jim just hates the general state of professional wrestling. And for all of you fancy dancers, either accept it or keep doing what you do and don't care.
Well, here's the deal. That's just such the way the business is now.
Exactly.
Here's the deal. When I was in the game years ago, when you were in the game years ago, here's the deal. If you didn't like it, I didn't give a shit. Yeah. I don't care.
Yeah.
If I'm making you question whether or not I care, I'm doing my job.
Yeah.
That's how that works. Jim Cornette does not care.
No.
Jim Cornette is he a persona? Yes. Jim Cornette is himself dialed to 10.
That's his brand. That's his brand.
Yes, you were correct. Valentine's Day Massacre, the debut of Paul White, is specifically what I think of. The cage match and all that with him. That was 99, not 97.
Okay. February, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. But that's
Valentine's.
Yeah. That is
right?
I know, right? That's the whole thing. Professional wrestling is yourself dialed to 10.
Yeah.
That's how all of this works.
Yeah.
Would you have tried that? Well, they have tried it for years.
Yeah,
There's video here on YouTube.
Yeah.
Check out the one where the guy tried to rush Stone Cold.
Triple H and the ref.
And Triple H and the referee beat the shit out of him. Or how about Raw during the entrance when the fan reached out to grab Chris Jericho at ringside and Jericho beat the shit out of him as the camera cut off. Camera comes back to Stone Cold in the ring, and Austin's got this look on his face.
Yeah.
That's priceless.
Yeah, it happened
because he had to go out of the ring, grab Jericho, and throw him into the ring to start the match because Jericho was going off on the dude in the front row. Do not, PSA, do not go to a wrestling event and cross that barrier. Nope. Because once you cross that barrier, you're ours.
Yeah. You're safe behind the wall.
Officially ours.
You're safe behind the invisible wall. Behind the invisible wall, you can heckle, you can scream, you can boo, you can cheer, you can do whatever you want, as long as you're not being a racist prick, because that's going to get you kicked out. Don't spit. That's crossing the invisible wall. But behind the invisible wall, you do whatever your little heart desires.
You buy your ticket, you sit, you cheer,
and with that ticket, you've earned the right. And here's another thing I've been seeing all over the place, where like a bunch of these indie guys on Twitter go on, but like, yeah, we totally kicked that guy out of the show. And a lot of times it's predicated by like people using racial slurs or whatever it is, right? And obviously that's great. But if fans are just yelling vulgarities that are nonsensical at you, and you kick them out for that, you need to find a new job.
Yes.
Because yes, some fans take it too far. They come in, they get drunk, they get rowdy, they make it all about themselves.
Right.
They paid for the ticket. It's their right to do that.
Yes. Although
within reason.
To speak to the fans here, it's a show, okay? I mean, let's be real here.
It's a circus.
Some of you fans don't
dancing clowns.
Some of you fans don't take into account that it's a show, and then you decide that you want to get go a little too far, as in AEW this week. It's a show. We're entertainers, for lack of a better term. I don't like the word. I don't like sports entertainers, but the name. Anybody. But again, you wouldn't go to an NFL game and try to attack somebody on the 50-yard line, would you?
No, they just get naked and run across it.
Or concerts, or basketball
But that stuff does happen all the time, and look what happens. Security beats the hell out of that guy.
But Luke, why do we do what we do?
Because we love it.
And we do it for who? We do it for the fans.
Yeah.
I do it for the money.
It is entertainment. It is entertainment. Like
it could be in a hill. No, there is. We do it for you for your entertainment.
So appreciate us more.
to jump and try to get in the ring. Just his argument was Jim would be proud.
No, he wouldn't.
But he went in on Jericho and MJF, two of the people that Jim Cornette actually likes.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand that point. You want to go in with the Bucks or something like that? Well, you shouldn't anyway.
The whole thing just...
It's stupid.
Yeah. And then, obviously, it sparked... The reason I brought this up was that it sparked the constant social media diatribe between AEW diehards and WWE diehards about how evil Jim Cornette is. And look, you can love him, you can hate him. I'm a Jim Cornette fan. I don't agree with everything he says, nor should I, because I've got a brain in my head. But if you don't want to watch AEW, don't shit on it. Just don't watch it.
Just don't watch it.
If you don't want to watch the WWE, don't shit on it. Just don't watch it. If you want to hear people review it, subscribe to our channel, and we'll do that for you.
There's a button.
It's right up there.
Right up here, button.
But we get it. Like, yeah, there is a guilty pleasure in hating something.
Yes.
There really genuinely is.
We had a segment on this show called Taking an Impact for months.
Exactly. So, like, that I can understand, but it drums up all this stuff, and it's such a negative space for some people.
If you're going to be a wrestling fan, just be a wrestling fan.
Respect
and again,
the wrestling industry if you were a wrestling fan.
But that being said...
That is all that has
That being said, as a fan, they have a right to hate it. They have a right
to and they
but
do.
You can hate it and still respect it.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct. Yes.
Actually, that's a T-shirt.
And then, of course,
you
can hate it, but you can still respect it. That's great.
Trademark back theory.
And then, of course, as all of this social media stuff starts drumming up, Rebby Hardy just decides to jump in.
Okay, here's the deal. Just because you're Matt Hardy's wife doesn't mean that your opinion is relevant.
Well, here's the thing. Like, she's entitled to her opinion, and obviously
make it relevant.
Is allowed to give it, but, like, she was nowhere near this conversation.
No.
She had nothing, and then I don't know. It just...
You know why she got in on the conversation? I'll be the bad guy here.
Go ahead.
You know why she got in on the conversation? Because nobody was talking about her.
I know.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
If it isn't about Rebby Hardy, it has to be about Rebby Hardy.
Yeah.
I love Matt Hardy. I love the Hardy Boys. Have my whole life in their entire career.
You love Matt Hardy. I love Matt Hardy. We're men. We're not afraid to admit we love other men.
What? Who? Do me. Me. Do me. But no, your opinion. How many bumps have you taken in your life? How many wrestling matches in front of nobody have you done in your life, other than, of course, 2020, because everybody wrestled in front of nobody? My point is, you have not earned the right. You have not earned the right to have an opinion on certain things. Therefore, keep your opinion to yourself.
Or just
forget it.
Well, and again, like, entitled to her opinion and obviously welcome to express it, but have some skin in the game. Like, if you're going to target Jim, and again, I know that it sounds like I'm just making this all about Cornette, but this is what this segment was talking about.
Yes.
If you're going to target him, have a reason to, because he wasn't poking at you.
Well,
and also, we all know that Cornette won't let things go. Because he doesn't have it in him.
She talks about him running off the mouth, or however she put it, and she does the exact same thing. That's why people don't like you.
Yeah.
You're chastising somebody for something that you do yourself.
That's like me criticizing someone who drinks a lot.
Or me criticizing somebody who has an epic beard. It doesn't make sense.
Well, when you find someone with an epic beard, let the rest of us know.
Hope you choke on that water. Anyway, what's the next thing we got?
I almost spit on you.
We could spend another hour on this conversation,
but we're not going to.
Let's see what else we got.
We've got other shit to do, I guess. Yes. So we covered the fan service. We covered the debuts. We covered Bailey.
Yes.
Jimmy, brother.
Oh, speaking of drinking problems,
Jimmy Uso. Oh, bad taste, but well done. Jimmy Uso got his second DUI. His third offense.
Yes.
Just came back off of injury. He got in trouble for this in 2017, 2018?
Both. I think that was the first and the second. I could be wrong on the dates.
Yeah. And just came back off of injury. He's in the biggest storyline on SmackDown with Reigns and his brother.
Not just on SmackDown, the biggest storyline he's been in his entire career.
And obviously, as soon as it happened, the news broke, hit everywhere, and then reports started coming in about how furious Vince was, how furious a lot of the top brass is that this has happened so many times.
Here's the deal: I made light of the
especially because
thing.
Vince is trying to sell, and
there's nothing funny about it.
No, there's not. There's not.
I
had one.
I mean, but
yeah.
You're the only one that had a problem with it. But no, and for I get it. Yes, I would be upset too if that was one of my employees who I put so much stock into, who just keeps messing up. But again, you have to look at the world of professional wrestling. Kurt Angle, Jeff Hardy, numerous
sad day.
Numerous professional wrestlers have problems. And when you're on the road, that's the grind is real. Like 100, I'm going to keep it 100. People talk about keeping it 100. That's 100.
Yeah.
The grind on the road is real. Your body wears down. Your mind wears out. And people are now really starting to see that because the fans aren't in the audience, so that mystique is taken away.
Yeah.
Now what you're seeing is these people as they are, about as raw as you could possibly get without taking a complete gimmick away, in front of the camera every week, relying on themselves. Also adds extra stress, adds extra time away from families. I mean, holidays that we're going through, it's hard.
Question.
Yo.
The Thunderdome.
Yes.
When they're wrestling, do they hear the crowd interaction?
They pipe in crowd noise. Yes.
I wasn't sure if you can just hear it on for TV.
Yeah, no, they pipe it in.
Because that makes the world of difference. We've wrestled in places in front of 100 couple people, and then we've wrestled in places where there weren't 2 or 3 people in the audience, and it makes it.
It does.
It does. If what they're piping in is like realistic,
right? That's what I mean.
Crowd noise at a reasonable level.
I can only imagine how that's just got to be just as hard.
Like piping in the "This is awesome" chants.
Well,
and
but also if they miss it, think about it. Well, you do everything in professional wrestling from bell to bell. If me and you go out there and we put on a 30-minute classic,
between 30 minutes,
just hear me out. You go in, you put in a 30-minute classic, and the crowd reaction doesn't match what you think you deserved in that match up here.
Yeah,
that's taxing.
Yeah.
I mean, we have that when there is crowds and the crowds are dead.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing you can do. Your match could be top notch, could be 5 stars. Fuck Dave Meltzer. Could be 5 stars. But at the end of the day,
fuck you, Dave.
If the crowd's dead or there is no crowd, as in this, it would weigh on me big time.
Yeah.
And sometimes
how many holy shit moments there should have been during all of this, but you didn't have that crowd reaction to.
Yeah, and it kills it as a viewer.
I can't. Well, not only that, but Jimmy Uso, before he got hurt, there were fans. He's been out this whole time. He comes back. There's no fans.
I didn't think about that. That transition when he got hurt.
There's no fans
because he got hurt. What, in late 2019, right?
He come back. He did the whole "I'm nobody's bitch" gimmick with Roman Reigns that went nowhere. Why? Because there wasn't a live audience. There's nobody to play to.
Yeah,
and you look for escape after something like that. Alcohol just happens to be his. It's a shame because he is 1/2 of the most talented tag team that we have seen in the last 2 decades.
Agreed, 100%.
From us to you, I hope that you get everything in order and manage things and get the help that you need.
Yeah.
Now we're going to transition into something that needs to be talked about, and that is the Naomi situation on Twitter.
Yeah, dog. So in light of the Jimmy Uso arrest, Naomi, his wife, received a bunch of horrible, just gross and disgusting, neckbeard fan hate on Twitter, which, let's all not forget, we had a wrestler last year take her own life due to the negativity that she received. And some of the stuff that was being said to Naomi is disgusting. I'm not even going to repeat it, and I'm not going to dignify the people who sent those messages. But man, I hope that if you're the type of person who sends messages like that to people, that it catches up to you in the worst way possible.
Yeah, like you said, I don't want to go into details of what the messages said because that's just glorifying things.
Yeah,
which is There's enough horrible shit being glorified in the world nowadays. We don't need.
Yeah, like AEW Dynamite.
Like you said last year with the young lady that the bullying caused her to end her own life.
Yeah, man,
and everything.
That's sad.
And then, you get to October, November, December of last year, and Brody Lee passes away.
Yeah.
And
boy, this episode took a dark turn.
No, seriously, the wrestling community banded together. The wrestlers banded together. It was all positivity. It was all holding hands. You touching my hand, it's a pandemic. I wish you wouldn't do that. But no,
that's over in Illinois.
Oh, okay. Well, somewhere. Anyway, we had all that positivity, and everybody was like, "This is how professional wrestling fans should be. This is how the business should be.
Yeah.
This is how sharing someone's sharing the professional side as well as the personal side." And now, less than a year later, you have people saying just atrocious things on Twitter to somebody who has done nothing wrong. Like, I mean, her husband has a problem.
Yeah.
I don't get attacking the significant other. I don't get attacking him first off, but I definitely don't get attacking somebody who's going through this.
Hey, what's our Twitch link real quick? I'm sorry, I got somebody asked for it.
Pro Wrestling TD.
Okay.
Pro Wrestling Throwdown. Sorry. I don't get it. Why attack somebody who's already having the worst possible time in their professional and personal life? Why add on to that? Why add stress to that? She's trying to do what she thinks is best for her husband and her marriage, as well as keep the professional going.
Yeah.
As well. Come on, guys. Seriously. Twitter is supposed to be, I get it. It's an outlet for an opinion.
Yeah,
but if you don't have an opinion that's relevant or worth anything, keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
If it's going to hurt somebody else, keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
There's no sense in it. Professional wrestling is supposed to be entertaining. It's supposed to be fun. When we started in this business, it was because we love this business, and it's something that we enjoy doing. And anymore, it gets to the point where it's like, what's the point? We do anything good, 12 people are just going to tear it down.
Yeah, man. Fuck off, bro.
For real, though. I don't get it. Naomi,
as we stand here and tear certain shit down.
There's a difference between that. We're entertainers. If they take you seriously, there's something wrong.
That's true.
All I'm saying.
I know it totally looks like I was just like doing a line of coke over there. I promise you I wasn't.
Anyway, that is a joke, YouTube standards and practices.
Sorry.
There's nothing there. Anyway, Naomi, stay strong.
Yeah.
Don't listen to the haters. She deactivated her Twitter
account.
Fuck
the haters, bro.
Probably the best thing that she could have possibly done, rather than try to fight with everybody for the next 6
years. It goes back to what we said earlier. Show some fucking respect.
Yeah,
for sure.
Be nice,
That's
bro.
it. Just show some respect.
Be nice, or I'm going to show up to your house and wreck the place.
He does that.
I'll wreck up I'll be up in that place just wrecking it up.
Just put bubble wrap.
Y'all ain't want this. Y'all don't want these problems in your life.
What else we got on the docket here? So?
Let's do some birthdays
and bullshit.
Max, take it away.
All right. See, birthdays today. We got some birthdays today. Tyson Kidd turns 41.
Nice. Today. Natty's husband. Tyson Kidd.
Jeff Cobb, NJPW, turns 39.
Yeah.
Wow. And Jeff Cobb's older than I thought he would be.
Yeah.
And Sami Zayn turns 36 today.
Wow.
See, Sami Zayn's younger than Jeff Cobb. That's nuts.
Doesn't look it, but yeah.
Well, happy birthday to all three of those gentlemen.
Can we do the Sammy dance? Sammy dance. It's my favorite part of his new gimmick.
Birthdays through the week. We have tomorrow, Brock Lesnar has a birthday.
Hold on. Don't tell me. 43.
44.
44.
Ah, damn.
X-Pac will have a birthday on Tuesday. Be
51?
49.
49.
Wow. Yeah, that's about, that tracks. Yeah.
So on the 14th, we had Double J, Jeff Jarrett.
All right.
Oh, God.
I forgot I shared Jeff Jarrett.
Hold on. I can tell you how old he is because he was 36 in 2001.
54.
54.
Yep.
He shares birthday with Bubba Ray Dudley.
Nice.
Turning 50.
I know somebody else they share a birthday with on that
Bubba Ray Dudley.
Yes, also sharing that birthday would be our very own Luke
Luke
Williams.
the Big Dog Williams.
Woo!
He's turning 45.
Shut your ever-loving fucking faces. No.
Yeah, don't forget to wish our man a happy birthday on the 14th.
He will turn 29 again.
Yes.
For the umpteenth time.
Several times now, yeah.
Let's see, 15th, Heath Slater.
All right.
Will turn 38.
Scared of death
I was about to say
I know if you
38.
knew that. Scared of death matches.
Good. He's got kids.
Speaking of scary people, Boogeyman has a birthday.
Oh, he is. Hold on. He was 40 in 2005. So that was what? So he's 56?
63.
He will be 57.
Yep.
Wow. Still looking good.
I'm sharing 30, that birthday
30.
with
30.
Jesse the Body Ventura.
Oh, God. He's got to be 74.
70.
Oh, damn.
He'll be
Wow.
70 years old. Yep. Let's see, on the 16th,
Wow.
the almighty Bobby Lashley.
Yes.
Will be celebrating a birthday. I'm sure it'll be a big, giant celebration.
40?
45.
Ooh.
Wow, he's older than
God damn, he looks good for 45.
He shares that birthday with Excalibur, AEW.
Yeah, the announcer,
right?
fuckface, 31.
41.
Wow, I didn't realize he was that old.
Well, the Young Bucks are 35.
That's true.
You can't see his face, so it's kind of hard to tell.
Kenny Omega's like 38.
On the 17th, rounding out the week, will be we have Mike Knox.
Okay.
Turning 43.
Mike Knox.
Mojo Rawley.
Oof.
Will turn 35.
Oof.
Yeah.
Dreadful.
Carlos Colon Sr.
Oh, Carlos,
Senior. Yeah. Will turn 73.
Yeah.
Wow, he's young.
Along with Robert Gibson, turning 63.
Robert Gibson. How old?
My man.
63.
63.
My man.
Still
Who?
out there plugging it out.
Birthday hoop.
Joey Mercury will turn 42. Along with Mandy Rose, turning 31.
Mandy Rose at 31.
And topping it out, Al Snow. I had a previous line leading into this, but I decided to drop it. Al Snow will turn 58 years old.
How old?
58.
Jesus Christ.
58.
Now let's run over and see some bullshit and some celebrity birthdays.
All right.
Through the week, we got actually quite a few pretty cool celebrity birthdays here. On the 13th, we have Harrison Ford turning 79. I think that's he's wrecked a plane about the same amount of times, right?
Get off my plane. Did you know they had to shut down the filming of the new indie movie? And this is 100% true. Because he refuses to let anyone else do his stunts and he got hurt.
Yeah.
And because he's 80 fucking years old.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. See, he shared
Get off my plane.
With Sir Patrick Stewart.
Hello, Dan.
Picard himself.
Turning 81.
Make it so.
81 years old.
Make it so.
I'll tell you what, for 81, Picard
I'm saying.
really looking good for 81.
She's also sharing that birthday two great comedians, Ken Jeong and Cheech Marin.
Cheech, I'm going to say, is what, 75?
75.
And Kim Jong's got to be
42.
No, he's a little older than that. 50?
52?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 52, yeah.
Drop my pen. Hold on.
It happens.
See, also,
yeah, for real though.
Kim Jong's a doctor.
See, on the 14th.
But did you die?
Another great comedian, Jane Lynch, turned 61.
61?
61.
Wow.
Another great actor from our growing up, Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker
will turn 60. I think the other side of his face turned 62.
I was just about to ask if his birthday present was LASIK.
He's got the Forrest Whitaker eye going on.
He's watching you and you.
Some other great comedians. Let's just keep going here. Will Ferrell will turn 54
I was
on the 16th.
about to say 53.
And he shares birthday with Corey Feldman.
Wow.
Yeah.
About the same age?
He will turn 50.
Oh my God.
Well, Corey.
Well, here's the deal. Okay. I'm gonna make a really badly timed joke right now, but I'm just gonna say we had a whole talk about addiction and stuff. Corey making it to 50 makes me feel real good.
Bro.
That's all I'm saying. He has outlived every one of his friends. Every one.
All the Corys. He is the mightiest Corey in the land.
Oh.
The way you make
true.
me feel. I can't help myself. No. Happy birthday. Glad you're still making whatever you're doing. Happy birthday, though.
Waging a war on sobriety.
One tell-all, not actually tell-all book at a time.
Right. It's like him and Charlie Sheen.
I'm gonna drop names. People are gonna fear me, and then he drops names, and nobody's fucking heard of ever.
No one cares.
Let's see. On the 17th, we have another great actor, Donald Sutherland.
Yeah,
great actor.
Yeah.
The good Sutherland
will turn 86 years young.
Wow.
He's only 86.
He's still Space Cowboy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, for sure. He also has a need for things.
He does.
Very needful things.
See what I
did there? See what I did with the needful things line?
Speaking of the need for things, David Hasselhoff.
He needs another birthday. Like I need.
He's turning his favorite number, 69.
Right on.
Thought his favorite number was a thick burger to bathroom floor.
His favorite number is his daughter's phone number while he's drunk with that hamburger in the bathroom floor.
Who do you think was meaner when they were drunk to their daughter, David Hasselhoff or Alec Baldwin?
Oh my God! Can we do that? I'm not going to give it away. Hold on. I'm not going to give away the thing for the tournament later. But can we do the thing to decide? Is that a thing?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Then on the 18th, you're gonna love this one. We have Vin Diesel.
Family. He lives his life.
Turned 54.
54?
Yes.
That's okay because family doesn't get older.
I think that's about how many Fast and Furious movies there are there.
You know what really
turn your back on family.
What really gets my goat is that everybody joked for so long about how the movies were going to end up with them going to space,
and now they're actually
they're going to fucking space. Which, hey man, they're still making like $100 million, so keep making them.
Yeah, the sad part is everybody makes fun of it, and everybody bitches, but everybody buys them.
Everybody watch them.
Everybody buys them tickets.
Everybody watch them
because everybody wants to see the return of Paul Walker.
And then I have one more here. Let's see, this was a couple days ago on the 9th.
Too fast, too furious.
God damn it!
One of our
really hit that wall for going for that joyride.
Damn it!
Was that Fast 6? Anyway. What else do we got before we really get thrown off this shit?
A couple days ago, here back on the 9th, Fred Savage had a birthday.
Oh, right on.
Not to be confused with Macho Man Randy Savage.
No, not to be confused.
However, it would be really funny if Macho Man played Corey in Boy Meets World instead of Fred Savage.
Corey was Ben
Savage. That's right.
Yeah. No,
Fred Savage was more.
Fred Savage was best known for movies like Little Monsters.
Yes, my favorite movie.
The Princess Bride, which is what I'm going to use for today's wrestling.
That's way too easy.
We've done it before, but Fred Savage played in The Princess Bride with Andre the Giant and Gary Eels. That's all related to wrestling.
Yes.
Which I think that's probably the third or fourth time that we've connected.
That's okay. It's a great movie.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, it's such a great movie.
What's some other movies with Fred Savage, please?
Other movies with Fred Savage, The Wizard.
The Wizard
was fantastic.
Oh, The Wizard.
Really good.
It was all about the
Power.
Nintendo Power Glove.
That's actually what inspired the product, and Nintendo then produced the Power Glove.
Yeah, The Wizard was good.
Some of you younger kids probably have no idea what
No, not even an idea what we're talking about.
Well, let's not forget, just outside of movies, the Wonder Years.
The Wonder Years, yes,
of course,
classic.
He's actually done a lot of bit parts since getting older. He was in
he made several TV appearances.
Yeah,
he was in Austin
movies.
Powers Gold Member.
He was
the Spy with the Mole.
A mole.
Yeah, Mole with the Mole.
Mole and Molly.
Did you ever see the episode where he was in Boy Meets World?
Yes.
He played
a college professor.
He played the teacher who tried
to seduce Topanga.
He was also he was in Last Man Standing with Tim Allen.
Was he?
Yes, he played an intern for a couple episodes, a couple seasons.
Huh.
I love Last Man Standing. I
Yeah.
think they just canceled it. I love Tim Allen.
Well, it got a finale though, so I mean that's a plus. But yeah,
see
Fred
the episode
Savage, excellent.
Where the dad on Last Man Standing met
Jill.
No, meets himself. Tim Taylor.
Yeah,
so good.
Yeah, no, Fred Savage is amazing. His stuff as the Wonder Years is my childhood.
Yeah.
I mean, it was fantastic. A lot of people don't know that Daniel Stern played the voice of Grown Up. His Grown Up character, but what a lot of people don't add together is that he also played Fred Savage's dad in Little Monsters.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he did. And Daniel Stern, for those that aren't remembering, so to help you remember the movies Home Alone with Kevin Macaulay Culkin.
Yes.
He's one of the bad guys.
He was also the scout leader in Bushwhacked.
Yes, one of my
my favorite role.
The Sticky Bandits.
My favorite role. What was it, Rookie of the Year?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hot.
Yes.
Hot ice. You heat up the ice cubes. It's the best of both worlds.
Oh, and Celtic Pride, of course.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean Celtic Pride.
So good.
Damon Wayans and Dan Aykroyd with him. Fantastic. Anyway, we're all a little off topic here.
That's okay.
I can talk about Daniel Stern and Fred Savage all day long. But
and that is all I got.
All right. Well, that's birthdays and bullshit.
There we go, y'all. Well, birthdays and bullshit is out of the way. We've covered the news. Guess it's time for the finale.
Yes.
Of the Intercontinental Title Tournament.
I'm down.
Here we go. Max, give us our 8 finalist competitors.
Our finalists will be.
Do you have that info and stuff? Or did you just do it for yours?
I just did it for mine. You don't get my info.
We will have Dwayne The Rock Johnson versus Kane.
Nice.
And then we will have Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Owen Hart.
Okay.
Shinsuke versus Kurt Angle.
Okay.
And Shelton Benjamin versus Randy Orton. I'm sorry, Randy Savage.
Randy Savage.
That was I can't help
That's a Freudian slip there. There we go. All right.
All right.
So who gets
I'm
who,
not
Max?
retiring.
Well, you...
No, he's not retiring.
You get to pick if we've got rounds, because I think we've got more of your guys than mine.
Oh, okay.
So you get to pick who you're keeping, and I get to go with the other one.
All right.
But let's go ahead and get our...
let's lay this out real quick.
Yes.
The first 2 rounds, both the quarterfinals and the semis, will be decided by a decision by Max, with the final 2 going into a decision made momentarily by an outside party.
Right.
We're just saying outside party.
We also each get a veto throughout this final round,
yes.
So we can veto an argument to send our guy through, even regardless. So this is it for the finale of the Intercontinental Title Tournament, or Intercontinental Champion Tournament, I should say.
Yes. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Woo!
I didn't know we were gonna.
Yes. Yes.
That's all right. Sorry. All right. So you get to call the coin toss.
I will call heads.
Let's see it.
Heads it is.
Heads it is.
I will go first.
Okay. Who are you taking? I believe both of these are yours, are they not? The Rock and Kane?
Yes, both The Rock and Kane.
I will choose The Rock.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going with The Rock.
Oh, there's my countdown right there. Okay. I'll go with the 48.
Yep.
Also, today's episode's sponsored by Champa's Beard Oil. Okay, The Rock, Intercontinental Championship. He had several different runs. His first run was within like the first 3 months of him actually being in the business, taking the title off of, I want to say it was the Sultan. I could be wrong on that. No, he defended first against the Sultan. It was Triple H took the title from.
Yep.
Triple H, of course, was the blue blood at the time. The Rock was brought in as the first third-generation superstar. Was very successful as the Intercontinental Champion. He took the Intercontinental title and made it big at the time with his feuds against Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, with the Nation of Domination versus the DX angle that they ran for almost a year and a half. Was probably one of the most over Intercontinental champions in probably the history.
Yeah. Especially his run with the Nation. For sure.
All his Intercontinental title matches, even in the beginning of his career to the last time he was Intercontinental Champion, all those matches will stand the test of time. They were great.
Good luck. I will go with 10 after.
Okay, and you have Kane.
I do. Kane is a 2-time Intercontinental Champion, having defeated Triple H for his initial championship and for his second title. He defeated Triple H and then directly goes into a feud against him for the belt, while also, people may forget, a tag team champion. So he defended both championships numerous occasions. Eventually, of course, we would see Kane lose the Intercontinental Championship in a unification match to Triple H, where Triple H would win both belts. But during that time, would defeat Triple H in a non-title coffin match, in a non-title, two non-title no disqualification matches, and he had the single best singles record run against Triple H in the entire year, winning something out of like 14 out of their 17 total televised matches. Kane, as Intercontinental Champion, wrestled the World Heavyweight Champion, the European Champion, and wrestled as Tag Team Champions. You don't get a better defending champion than someone that can do it on all levels, and Kane did it against everybody time and time and again, and that's through two separate tag team incarnations.
Well, both very good arguments.
They're both good arguments. While I think there could have been more said about The Rock, that was a great argument for Kane. And I got to put him through.
Cha-ching! Hope I didn't blow my load.
I thought The Rock was going to go through on that.
I didn't think that Kane would have survived against The Rock. That's why
I didn't either. He was
good job.
Argument, though.
Thank you very much.
Great argument. All right, next we have Stone Cold and Owen Hart.
I believe both of those are mine.
They are. Yes, again, both of those were yours.
All right, I'll take Stone Cold.
Okay.
And I will defer.
Okay.
So Owen is yours.
Yep. Start at the 51 mark. Owen Hart, as Intercontinental Champion, defeated Stone Cold Steve Austin for his initial Intercontinental title run, and for his secondary return run, he defeated... Who did he beat? I don't remember. Doesn't matter. What does matter, though, is that during his reign as Intercontinental Champion throughout from early 90s, was it 93? Was it Triple H that he beat for the second? Whichever. Doesn't matter. He defended the belt against Bret Hart in in two matches, one of which was non-title, so he defended the belt once. Defended the title against Bret Hart in one singular match, defended the title against Stone Cold Steve Austin twice, defended the championship against Shawn Michaels in a series of untelevised runs while they were repackaging Shawn after he left the Rockers. So at that time, Owen Hart, as Intercontinental Champion, had wrestled one World Champion and three guys who were going on later to become World Heavyweight Champion, and we didn't see any of that outside of his first 3 months. His following 3 months, he would go on to wrestle. Damn.
I understand. I'll go with the 10.
Yeah.
That's good, though.
Thank you.
Very informative.
I'm working today, baby.
Stone Cold Steve Austin held the Intercontinental title on numerous occasions. Again, his big rivalries as Intercontinental Champion are The Rock. Basically, The Rock and him went almost an entire year in their feud, which used the Intercontinental title as a bridge off of both superstars to become what they are today. Stone Cold and The Rock both used that feud over the Intercontinental Championship to skyrocket them to the Heavyweight Championship. Stone Cold Steve Austin as Intercontinental Champion, the only reason he was no longer the Intercontinental Champion is because he got hurt and had to relinquish the title due to Owen Hart and a messed up pile driver. Stone Cold Steve Austin throwing the Intercontinental title off the fucking bridge is probably one of the most iconic things you could probably remember of Raw in '97. Mm-hmm. Stone Cold Steve Austin is always, in my opinion, going to be synonymous with the Intercontinental Championship.
Time.
Both good arguments. I think I want to go with Stone Cold on that one.
I don't.
Yeah. I'm not going to waste my fucking veto on that.
No, that's why I didn't waste it on Kane, because, I mean.
So we just going through Kane.
So that'll be a good one. That'll be a good one next round. That'll be a real good one next round.
If that's the, yeah.
We have Shinsuke and Kurt Angle.
Ooh.
I believe both of those are yours.
They are both mine, and I will take Shinsuke Nakamura.
Okay.
And you can have Benjamin.
It's Kurt Angle.
Or Kurt Angle, sorry. Yeah, I'll take Shinsuke. You take Kurt Angle.
Okay.
And you won, so you get to decide whether or not you're starting or deferring.
Oh. I will defer.
Shinsuke Nakamura is a one-time WWE Intercontinental Champion with a limited reign of only 2.5 months. However, because we're discussing Intercontinental Champions, he's also a 5-time IWGP Intercontinental Champion and the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion in Japan with a reign of accumulating 313 days. That puts his Intercontinental Championships reigns at 6 total globally, and it is par with the top 3 Intercontinental Champions domestically, one of whom is Chris Jericho. Shinsuke Nakamura, again, televised defenses for the WWE Intercontinental Championship, defended the belt almost every single week and at both major pay-per-views before he dropped the belt, defending against Jeff Hardy numerous times, AJ Styles numerous times, Dolph Ziggler numerous times, basically the best blue chippers and up-and-comers. And again, not to mark the fact that he could be Intercontinental Champion again tomorrow. That's my time.
Good argument.
Thank you.
That's a very good argument.
313.
I got Kurt Angle. I'll go with him. Kurt Angle as the Intercontinental Champion was a huge milestone in his career, as it was the very first major WWF Championship that Kurt Angle won. He held the Intercontinental Championship for almost 10 months, almost a year. Also, should be noted that as Intercontinental Champion, he was undefeated for those, I'm going to say 10 months, just to round it up.
Yeah.
The matches that he had as Intercontinental Champion were the likes of Chris Jericho, were the likes of Edge, were the likes of Chris Benoit, Booker T, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Booker T. Kurt Angle took the Intercontinental title, used it, like I said, as many of these people do in the tournament, used it as a stepping stone. Not only was he Intercontinental Champion, but he was European Champion at the same time, defending both titles numerous occasions in the same night. Also,
time.
Oh, okay. I'll stop that then.
I think I gotta go with Angle on that one.
Veto.
Right on. Veto.
Okay.
Can't veto my veto.
I can't veto your
no,
veto?
You
Why
can't
not?
veto my veto. What's wrong with you? That's not how vetoes work.
All right. I'll just save it for next round. I'll just save it for the next round. We're good.
It's your call, dog.
Who we got?
We got Shelton Benjamin and Randy Savage. They both belong to you, Luke.
Both belong to me. Well, we know who I'm going to keep. So you can have Shelton.
Cool.
You, however, vetoed, therefore you won,
right.
so you get to choose.
You can start us off.
Macho Man Randy Savage, the Intercontinental Championship, was the very first WWF Championship that Randy Savage ever held. He held the Intercontinental title for more accumulative days than he ever held any of his major world championships in his entire career. To look at Randy Savage as being the most not only recognizable, but the most defending Intercontinental Champion, he's up in the pantheon of Intercontinental Champions. Again, we mentioned on the last time he was in a tournament, look at any of the classic promos that Randy Savage ever cut. The Intercontinental title is either around his waist or in his hands during these specific promos. Also, had the greatest Intercontinental Championship match of all time. WrestleMania 3, Pontiac Silverdome, in front of 72,000 people. Him and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat tore the house down, stole the show from the mega main event that was there. Randy Savage, the greatest Intercontinental Champion.
Shelton Benjamin is a 3-time Intercontinental Champion with a cumulative time of defenses of over 290 days. He won his Intercontinental Championship on his varsity year on Raw, making him one of only 4 superstars to win it in their first time. And that's not his first tenure in the WWE, mind you. His first time on Raw because he was initially on SmackDown. He won his first Intercontinental Championship with absolutely zero preparation in a shoot decision made by the internet on Taboo Tuesday, which means that when he wrestled Chris Jericho, there was no prep time. That was all him, all go. No job Shelton Benjamin can't do, Shelton Benjamin. In those 3 separate title defenses, he was featured in 2 Money in the Bank ladder matches and 2 ladder matches in which he defended the championships over the course of that initial year. He defended the Intercontinental title in his first reign against Chris Jericho, Christian, Maven, Randy Orton, Edge, Triple H in 2 separate bouts in which he won. Chris Benoit was a no contest win because it got broken up by Evolution, and I believe he did 2 Sunday Night Heat defenses or Velocity defenses against like someone like Tajiri or Damn.
Good argument.
I was going to say Tajiri or William Reed.
I want to say it was William Regal.
I think it was Regal.
I could be wrong on that.
Yeah. That was a good argument there. Kind of surprised myself here, but I think I'm going to go with Shelton Benjamin.
Veto.
Hey.
Veto it is.
So, although I'm using the veto in just because I think that the Macho Man was a better Intercontinental Champion. Okay. I'm not using. I just want to explain to people at home. I'm not using the veto as saying that Shelton Benjamin isn't a great Intercontinental Champion. I just believe that the Macho Man did more.
Sure.
Okay.
Although I love Shelton Benjamin, don't you?
Oh yeah,
and he could be Intercontinental Champion tomorrow, and I'd be happy. So he really should do something with him, for fuck's sake. Yeah. What do we got now?
That gives
our finalists are Kane, Stone Cold, Shinsuke, and
Macho
Man.
Yeah.
That's an interesting final four.
Kane was mine.
Yes.
And Stone Cold was yours.
Yes.
You used the veto.
Yes.
Which means you're ahead in this round, which means you can start us off, or you can defer to moi.
Stone Cold or Kane? Let's see. Go ahead. Go ahead and start.
Excuse me.
Oh gosh.
I'll go with the 4.
Yeah,
I'll go with the minute mark.
Okay. Be sure to like, subscribe.
Oh yes.
Comment, please.
Follow us on Twitter at Pro Wrestling TD. Send us an email at prowrestlingthrowdown@gmail.com. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/.
Say hi on Facebook. We'll say hi back.
Yeah, like, subscribe. Follow us on Twitch if you're not watching that one. During Kane's second run as Intercontinental Champion, he was also repaired with The Undertaker to form the Brothers of Destruction. So, during that period of time, Kane not only held the Intercontinental Championship, he and The Undertaker also held together the WWF and WCW World Tag Team Championships. He would also go on to be World Tag Team Champions with the Hurricane during his period, and would be the reason that the Hurricane was able to get into a main event storyline later on featuring Triple H. The matches that leading up to the unification title match, again, Kane won, like I said, 14 out of those 17 bouts, 4 or 5 of which were gimmick matches, all of which were televised on Raw. So if you take each one of those defenses and each one of those matches, that means Kane was a defending champion in a limited reign, but televised every single day for almost 3.5 months. That is, what? 4, 8, 12, 17 to 18 days specifically. Time. Every single damn.
Stone Cold for me.
Yep, that's you. It's all you, baby.
Stone Cold Steve Austin, during his run as the Intercontinental Champion, had one of the best wrestling matches that was cut very short, was against Owen Hart at SummerSlam. It is a match that will be remembered forever. When you think about Stone Cold Steve Austin, that's usually what comes to mind. Of course, the Intercontinental he won the Intercontinental Championship that night. His feud against The Rock and the entire nation was also one of the most entertaining storylines in his entire Intercontinental title run. Not his whole career, just that run. I remember that was right when the fans really started to get behind Austin. They were more along the lines, still on the fence with the whole Bret Hart, Stone Cold Steve Austin being the bad guy gimmick. But Stone Cold Steve Austin as Intercontinental Champion, I mean, there's really not a whole lot more I can say. Honestly,
Time.
Yeah, go for it. I got outplayed on that one. I used all my shit. I used all my shit in the beginning. I did. I know who I would go for, and it ain't me. Just saying.
Interesting matchup for the main event.
Yeah, it was really good, but I got to go with Kane.
Yeah, I would too. Which means Kane is officially red. You all do not know what that means, but you'll find out.
Kane's a semi-finalist.
Not red shirt.
All right.
You won that one.
I did. And what's our final is what? Shinsuke and Macho Man?
Shinsuke and the Macho Man.
Nice. Shinsuke and the Macho Man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I defer to you.
Okay.
Macho Man, sir.
All right. Macho Man Randy Savage was Intercontinental Champion in a time in WWF where most champions were big, bulky, Hulk-like, to coin a phrase, professional wrestlers. The Macho Man was not. The Macho Man was someone who could be who was athletic, who could be agile, who could come from the top rope, which all added into the fact that his Intercontinental title matches were just that much more entertaining than everything else on the card. Also being that he was one of the most flashy professional wrestlers at that time, which also drew eye to the Intercontinental Championship itself. You see the Macho Man come out, all the glitz, all the glamour with the championship. You knew that you were having a main level match, even if it wasn't for the WWE Heavyweight Championship. It made the Intercontinental title seem just that much more. You'd seen Hogan dance around with the Heavyweight Championship. The Macho Man was something new. Macho Man was something fresh. Macho Man, during his Intercontinental title reign, his matches against the Honky Tonk Man were fantastic. Matches, of course, against Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, not just WrestleMania 3, but the entire loop that they did was fantastic.
Well said. Okay.
Macho Man Randy Savage's one Intercontinental title reign lasted 14 months. One of Shinsuke Nakamura's 6 Intercontinental title reigns lasted 313 days, just under 11 months. Shinsuke Nakamura, and that was having done it more than once. And now we're talking. We've talked WWF or WWE Intercontinental Championships, but where Shinsuke Nakamura makes his name is not only is he one of the 5 IWGP Intercontinental title reigns, was the fact that he did that. He defended the Intercontinental Championship, which has never been done before, in one of the Super J tournaments. And he not only won that tournament, but walked out after having defended it successfully in multiple bouts of that tournament as Intercontinental Champion. The only Intercontinental Champion in New Japan history to do that. He's also one of the inaugural competitors for the IWGP Intercontinental Championship, which means that when they created the belt, they had him already in mind to wrestle for it. Semi-main evented Wrestle Kingdom 11 against AJ Styles in what is known to be one of the absolute greatest technical wrestling matches in Japan history, a match that went over an hour long. The same thing you want to say about Macho Man and Randy Savage and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat can easily be applied to that match alone. Talk about the matches with Ibushi, Hikama, the guy who got the head injury just came back.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah. They probably do too.
Yeah. Sorry.
Don't waste your time.
Japanese names, I forget.
I'll give you extra time.
Either way, he defended the Intercontinental Championship against every single mainstay and major Japanese star, including being allowed to defend it in the heavyweight division, which again was the only one to do that. And also should be noted that he defended that Intercontinental Championship at least once against Brock Lesnar when Brock first left the WWE in 2003.
Keep going. I'll give you extra time.
Shinsuke Nakamura is a 6-time Intercontinental Champion, an international superstar, not just someone that the only American the audience knows. And again,
time.
Oh, damn.
I'm going to do something unheard of real quick.
Yo.
I'm going to do something unheard of. Due to the fact that the Macho Man and Shinsuke Nakamura both are parallel to each other career-wise.
Sure.
There was, this is just me speaking to Max and to the people.
Sure.
There was more to be said for Shinsuke than the Macho Man. Being that the title is more recognized and in more outlets and eyes on the product. Therefore, as much as it kills me, and it does, I'm going to lay down my chess piece and give Shinsuke the win.
Well, it shouldn't kill you that much because that was going to be my decision.
Well, but I'm going to lay it down, and that's how we're going to do that.
You know, there's a crucial part of your
Even
argument.
though I know that it hurts him just as much to put the Macho Man out of the tournament.
It does. Yeah. There's a crucial part in your argument that you never used and you should have, was the fact that during the infancy of his run, he defeated Hulk Hogan 3 separate title defenses for the Intercontinental title.
Yeah, well,
which means he defeated the WWF's greatest superstar. But all right, so our finalists are Kane and Shinsuke Nakamura for the greatest Intercontinental. I cannot believe that none of us drew Jericho's name in this lottery.
I know, right?
That's the most insane thing to me, because let's be clear about something. Chris Jericho's the greatest Intercontinental champion.
I mean, on paper,
on paper, 100%.
For sure.
However, we are not arguing. We're not defending.
No.
We're not going to fight back and forth about it. We're going to do this the old school way. We're going to put our dukes up, and we're going to fight man-to-man or robot to robot.
Nice.
However, I'm taking Kane.
Are you taking
since
Kane?
They're both of my guys, can I just decide which one of them wins?
No, you cannot.
All right.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Best of 3.
Hold on. Now, wait. Now, hold on just a second. We do not own the rights to the names Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Nope, these are hit 'em real hard Robo Boys.
However, this was bought, therefore we do own
this set of Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
So, with that said, 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3.
I'm Shinsuke, you're Kane.
That's right. Let's after
it. Give us a bell.
Ding, ding, ding.
Aha! One for me. Set us back.
All right.
Set us back in the corners. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Ding, ding, ding.
Got him.
Got me.
One for Caleb.
All right, here we go. It's for all the marbles.
Ding, ding, ding.
Oh!
Yes!
Shinsuke Nakamura is the greatest intercontinental champion in this tournament. Thank you guys so much for sticking with us.
I thought Luke won that.
Yeah, he did.
Shinsuke.
I thought you were Kane.
No, he was Kane.
Oh,
Kane, the red one. Thank you all so much for subscribing. Thank you for tuning in today. Hopefully, you'll do us a favor and share this link once we post it to our Facebook. Get us a little bit of traction for the live broadcast. I think this is how we're going to start doing our shows.
Also, don't forget to like and comment. Even though it isn't live, it won't be live on the page.
Yeah.
Be sure to like and comment anyway. Enjoy the show. It's been a lot of fun today.
Yes,
We've had a lot of seriousness. We've had a lot of goofiness. And we had, what did you call them? Robo Boys?
Hit them up, Robo Boys.
That's what. And from now on, that's how we're settling arguments on this show.
With our plastic fish.
Ah!
I'm just going to keep hitting this.
All right, guys. Make sure to subscribe to our Facebook, facebook.com/Pro Wrestling Throwdown. Follow us on Twitter at Pro Wrestling TD. Send us an email at prowrestlingthrowdown@gmail.com. Don't forget to follow us on Twitch at Pro Wrestling Throwdown. Find us here on YouTube at youtube.com/Pro Wrestling Throwdown. Make sure to like, subscribe, and as always, from us to you, keep it in the ring. Nice.
Good show.
That was a damn